Back here.
Anthony and Brabham, LSU Tiger TV. Obviously, this is the reason you come to LSU, to get an opportunity to go to Omaha. Tough conditions today, tough West Virginia lineup. Just talk about how you managed that start and moving through the game like you did.
Yeah, very tough lineup, obviously. Just had to mentally, lock in a little bit more than normal. Just focus on executing the pitch, slowing down in the moment. A couple of times where I felt like I was just moving a little too fast. Just wanted to slow down, really take a deep breath, and just be myself.
Back here, guys, left. Michael?
Yeah. Jared, when we talked to you guys at the beginning of the season, a lot of you used the phrase, we have the right guys on the bus with us, right? And you guys adopted that tough and together mindset. Just kind of speak to the journey that this team has been on and the character that it's taken to get them to the point that you guys are right now.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable ride for us the last 9 or 10 months that we've put in together as a team. Started, all the way back in, September 1st in the meeting room, meeting everybody for the first time and, going out there and having our first practice in the humidity and the heat. So, we were built in it from day one. And, from day one, there was a fundamental to go out there and compete and to have a lot of fun doing it. And that's what we did tonight was we went out there and we competed and we had a lot of fun doing it. And these two guys sitting next to me, I'm super blessed to be sitting next to them and call them my teammates and my brothers. And I'm super excited for what lies ahead of us.
Steven, back here. John Sokoloff with WGNO in New Orleans. When your team needed you the most in these supers, you had 8 RBIs in these 2 games. Grand slam, bases clearing double to really give you guys separation. What is it about these big moments that you think really allows you to thrive, and what was working so well for you this weekend?
Just being patient. I hit with my dad a lot. Just getting back to the basics, and I love the big moment. And I didn't play or help my team as much as I wanted to during the year, and I had to step up to take pressure off the other guys, and I feel like I've been able to do that. And our whole team's running great at bats 1 through 9. I mean, you can punch in 15 different guys and we're going to beat you. But I just love the big moments, what I came here for, and this is why you come to LSU.
Jared, how does this feeling compare to 2 years ago when you guys made it? You're part of the team, but now you're one of the leaders and one of the guys they count on.
Yeah, I look back at my freshman year a lot throughout the year of just kind of like moments in that year where I could kind of learn from it, whether that was guys on the field or, me as a spectator watching the games. Just is always something I could take from it my freshman year, and I tried to really dive into that and really kind of take in and soak it all in. And, this year just going out there and competing, and knowing that it's 9-on-1 out there and it's going to be a great time. Alex Box was packed, and it was awesome. There's nothing more I could say than just I'm super grateful. And what a wonderful day it's been.
For Steven and Jared, I guess, just kind of building on the offense, you guys seem pretty dialed into your approach this weekend, really capitalizing on their mistakes a lot. Just scoring 28 runs over the 2 games, just what does that do for you guys confidence-wise? And just, how well y'all think you're swinging the bat right now going into Omaha?
Yeah, I think it's big for us. I think we had a great weekend. Obviously, we capped off a good, season at home in Alex Box, and that was something we wanted to do. We wanted to punch our ticket to Omaha, and we wanted to get the bats going, and we did that. And the job's not finished. We got a lot more work ahead of us. We're going to have practice on Tuesday, get on a plane on Wednesday, and fly out there and get right back to work and get recovered and rested, and get ready for game 1.
Justin?
I just think 1 through 9, running tough at bats together. It's not always going to go perfect, but us just sticking with it and making us hard to get out is the biggest thing for us, and just sticking to our approach.
Chessa Boucher with NBC 33 here in Baton Rouge. Jared, you and Steven are very close, and he had a monster weekend, pun intended. Just what did you see from him?
Yeah, he was completely in control of himself. Coach Johnson kind of went through the lineup before the game and just told him that if he kept taking the ABs that he'd been taking for the last 2 weeks, that we were going to go out there and have a really good chance to win this game. And all 4 or 5 of his at-bats, he went out there and competed his tail off and really did a good job. 4 RBIs, had that big bases clearing double for us. So he was just himself this weekend, and he did a great job for us and got the momentum in our dugout.
Nick Ostrelli, Daily Athenaeum, West Virginia. Jared and Steven, this was statistically Cartsonis' worst start of the season. What were your guys' plans in the box against him, and what made you guys so successful?
Yeah, we just went out there and we wanted to get pitches in the middle of the plate and do damage on them, and kind of just take everything else. And that was really our plan going into it, was get the ball at the plate in the thigh and don't miss it. And when he lets us walk down to first base, you take it. So that was kind of the plan and approach going into tonight, and I thought we did a good job executing it.
Yeah, he was missing a little bit, just trying to get him in our zone and just take good swings. And, we took our walks and capitalized when we needed to.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, Anthony, just the job that Cooper and Chase did for you, the growth that we've seen out of Chase all season, but Cooper really turning it on late, I guess. What do you see in those two guys throwing the ball?
Yeah, just really consistent with their work ethic. Both those guys never give up. It's never been easy for them, and they've always worked hard, so it's really easy to be confident in those two guys who put their best foot forward every time.
Go ahead.
Alex Day, College Baseball Central. Jared, what can you take away from your freshman year in 23 and apply to this time going to Omaha and help, some of the guys who haven't been to Omaha before?
Yeah, I just think it's really important to, get back to your fundamentals and take it one pitch at a time. It's just baseball, It's a change of venue, but that's about it. We don't have to go out there, take balls, swing at strikes, crush mistakes, and throw strikes offensively or defensively, and play great defense behind our pitchers. So the game doesn't change. We're going to go out there, compete, and take things one pitch at a time in Omaha.
Hey, Jared, here in the back row, Megan Glover, WGNO in New Orleans. Sticking with that theme, of course, when you compare the two programs, the two Omaha programs or teams, what was it about this team that's taking y'all back, that you believe?
Yeah, I just think it's the collection of guys that we have in the locker room. I think go back to last Monday against Little Rock, Coach Johnson said not one guy was going to let us lose that game. We all kind of collectively took a step forward that day as far as where we wanted to go as a team and kind of the contribution everybody was putting into the team and the effort and the energy in the dugout. And so for us to go out there tonight, we knew what was on the line. We didn't need any motivation to go out there and compete today. And we were just doing it for one another. The 9 guys on the field, the 10 or 12 guys in the dugout, those are the reason why I show up to the field every day and compete for those guys and make sure that, they know how much I care about them and willing to go out there and perform for them.
Over here to our right, guys.
Alex Sheasley, KLSU Radio. Steven, a couple of big hits last night or yesterday, a few big hits today. What does it mean to you to be a big part of this Tiger trip to Omaha?
I mean, it's a dream come true. I mean, coming from Las Cruces, New Mexico, you couldn't even imagine this. And, I'm standing here right now from all the hard work and, Coach Johnson giving me a chance and, all the hard work that I've put in, my teammates have put in with me and, them believing in me. It's amazing, and I'm still at a loss of words for it.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, for Steven and for Jared, just 10 hits, only 3 for extra bases. You guys are doing a better job, I'd say, of hitting the singles, getting them to the outfield. Jared, you especially today. I guess just how much did your approach change, if at all, and how important was that to your success, kind of knowing what's ahead in Omaha?
Yeah, I just think for me, going up there with a clear mind and just taking it one pitch at a time, I think I get pitched differently a lot than most guys, and just going out there and understand I got to be patient in the box and take my walks. And when pitchers make mistakes, do damage on them. And today I was just trying to be really relaxed and move the offense and get guys on base, get some momentum in our dugout. And then obviously, let Steve come through in big-time moments. So that's what he does, and that's what our offense did today, and I'm super proud of our guys.
Me just staying focused and sticking to my plan and being a tough out, that's the biggest thing for me. I don't got the biggest zone, but, they got to throw it down there, and, I got to be able to hit it hard or just don't swing.
Anthony and Stephen, Jay had said that it was like 15 to 18 degrees hotter this week than last week. Was this about the hottest you guys have played in here at LSU? And did you see their pitchers particularly struggling in the heat the last 2 days?
Yeah, honestly, I was focused on our guys, but I could say it was for sure pretty hot out there. Just didn't want to let that element affect the game at all, though.
Got one back here. Go ahead, in the back row, go ahead.
This one's for Jared and Steven. Josh gets in and gets a pinch hit there in the ninth inning, gets a pretty big ovation in what's his last at-bat at Alec Box Stadium. How cool was that for a guy who's been here for 4 years, been with the program through everything these last 4 years? How cool was that to see him get that sort of ovation?
Special for sure. He's an unbelievable human being and a terrific teammate. He's been one of my best friends for the past 3 years. And he's somebody that I'll probably talk to every day for the rest of my life. He's been a great person. He's my roommate on the road, so I spend a lot of time with him. And I'm glad I got to watch that at-bat from on deck and just see all the people get on their feet for him. I think he's the only player since Coach Johnson's been here to play all 4 years. So he's a special player and a special human, and I just love him, and I'm super proud of him, and I'm excited to see where he keeps going.
Last two questions for the players right here in the green, and then Jacques, and that'll be it for the players. Go ahead.
Oh, this is for Anthony. So it's kind of a two-parter. First, what is your off-speed pitch? And second off, how is it that you know you have that in your back pocket? If it's an 0-2, 1-2 count, you throw it down the zone, the hitters always chase.
Yeah, I think you said, what is your off-speed pitch? I throw a curveball, a slider, and a splitter, and when I throw them down in the zone and they swing and miss, I get happy.
All right, Jacques, last question over here, guys, to the right.
Okay, Anthony, Jacques Doucet, WAP-TV. You might have talked about it at the beginning. I came in a little later, but what was it like when you come out of the game and get a standing ovation in a super regional like that?
Yeah, just super blessed for the opportunity. Talking to Coach Johnson, moments like that are what popped into my head. Couldn't have done it without any of the coaches, trainers, teammates. Just the on and off the field support here it's ridiculous, and just really grateful to be a Tiger.